Welcome to The Untold. This is part 2 of cases solved after decades. Today's first case of Sylvia May Quayle. Sylvia May Quayle lived a quiet life. She resided in the peaceful town of Bremerton, Washington. Sylvia was known for her kindness. Her warm smile brightened everyone's day. The year was 1979 and life felt simple. Little did Sylvia know her peaceful world was about to shatter. On a crisp August morning, Sylvia set out for her daily walk. She loved the gentle breeze rustling through the trees. The sun dappled through the leaves as she ambled along her familiar path. But Sylvia never made it home that day. Her sudden disappearance sent shockwaves through the small community. Days turned into weeks, and the search for Sylvia intensified. Search parties combed the woods near her home. Hope dwindled with each passing hour. Then, a group of teenagers stumbled upon a horrifying discovery. Hidden beneath a thicket of bushes lay Sylvia's body. The news spread through Bremerton like wildfire. The once peaceful community was now gripped by fear and sorrow. Investigators meticulously combed the crime scene. They found few clues. The brutality of the crime shook even the most seasoned detectives. Sylvia's murder became a chilling cold case haunting the town for decades. Years passed, and the trail for Sylvia's killer remained ice cold. The case files gathered dust. Detectives retired, taking with them the hope of finding justice for Sylvia. Then, a glimmer of hope emerged. A man confessed to Sylvia's murder. Could this be the break they had been waiting for? Excitement rippled through the police department, but as they delved deeper, their hopes were dashed. The confession proved false. It was a cruel reminder of the unsolved case that continued to cast a long shadow over Bremerton. The advent of DNA technology offered a new beacon of hope. It revolutionized the way we approach unsolved cases, providing a scientific method to uncover the truth hidden in the smallest biological traces. For years, investigators had relied on traditional methods, but DNA brought a new level of precision and possibility. Investigators submitted the scant DNA evidence from Sylvia's case for analysis. This evidence, though minimal, held the potential to unlock secrets that had remained buried for decades. The forensic team meticulously examined every sample, hoping for a breakthrough that could finally bring closure to Sylvia's family. Years passed with no match. The case grew colder, and the hope of finding Sylvia's killer seemed to fade with each passing year. Yet the investigators never gave up, holding on to the belief that one day technology would catch up with their determination. Then, in 2020, a breakthrough. A new development in DNA technology provided a glimmer of hope. The forensic team discovered a partial match, a crucial piece of the puzzle that had eluded them for so long. Genetic genealogy, a new forensic tool, provided a vital clue. This innovative method combined traditional genealogy with modern DNA analysis, allowing investigators to trace familial connections and identify potential suspects. It was a game changer in the world of forensic science. The DNA partially matched a man named David Dwayne Anderson. This match was the breakthrough they had been waiting for, a lead that could finally unravel the mystery of Sylvia's murder. He lived in the area at the time of Sylvia's murder. This connection placed him at the scene, making him a prime suspect. The investigators delved deeper into Anderson's past, uncovering details that painted a clearer picture of his potential involvement. Could this be their long-awaited break? The team worked tirelessly, piecing together evidence and building a case against Anderson. Every new discovery brought them closer to the truth, fueling their determination to see justice served. Detectives worked tirelessly, building a case against Anderson, They re-examined old evidence, interviewed new witnesses, and followed every lead. Their relentless pursuit of justice was unwavering, driven by the hope of finally solving the case. Finally, in 2023, they had enough evidence to make an arrest. The moment they had worked so hard for had arrived. Anderson was taken into custody, marking a significant milestone in the investigation. David Dwayne Anderson, now in his 60s, was charged with Sylvia May Quayle's murder. The charges brought a sense of relief and validation to the investigators who had dedicated years to the case. After 44 years, justice was finally within reach. The long journey to uncover the truth had paid off, bringing closure to Sylvia's family and reaffirming the power of persistence and modern science in solving even the coldest of cases. Section 5. A Life Full of Promise. Thousands of miles away in a different time lived Bonnie Baker. She was a beacon of hope and joy in her small town, a place where everyone knew each other and life moved at a gentle pace. The Texas landscape, with its vast open skies and rolling fields, mirrored the boundless possibilities that Bonnie saw in her future. A young woman brimming with life, Bonnie had dreams as bright as the Texas sun. Her laughter was infectious, and her spirit was unbreakable. She was the kind of person who could light up a room just by walking into it, and her optimism was a source of inspiration for everyone around her. She lived in McAllen, a city pulsating with a vibrant energy that matched her own. The streets were always alive with the sounds of people going about their daily lives, and Bonnie thrived in this environment. She loved the hustle and bustle, the sense of community, and the feeling that she was part of something bigger. It was 1996, and Bonnie was ready to embrace all that life had to offer. The world was changing rapidly, and Bonnie was eager to be a part of it. She had big plans for her future, and she was determined to make her mark on the world. She had a loving family and a close-knit group of friends. They were her support system, the people she could always count on. They shared countless memories together, from family dinners to late-night conversations, and their bond was unbreakable. Life, however, took a tragic turn one warm September evening. The sun had set, casting a golden glow over the city, and everything seemed perfect. But fate had other plans, and the events of that night would change everything. Bonnie left her work at a local department store. She had been working there for a few months, saving up for her future. She was excited to meet a friend for dinner, a plan they had made earlier in the week. She was excited to meet a friend for dinner. They had chosen a cozy little restaurant that they both loved, a place where they could relax and catch up. Bonnie checked her watch, eager to get there on time. But Bonnie never arrived at the restaurant. Her friend waited, growing more concerned with each passing minute. The reserved table remained empty, a silent witness to Bonnie's absence. Her worried friends and family desperately searched for her. They posted flyers, called everyone they knew, and scoured the city for any sign of her. Their worry turned to fear as the hours turned into days. Days turned into weeks, and months, and years. The seasons changed, but the pain of Bonnie's disappearance remained. Her family and friends held on to hope, but the uncertainty was a heavy burden to bear. Bonnie seemed to have vanished without a trace. The city that once felt so full of promise now felt empty without her. Her disappearance left a void that could never be filled, and the questions of what happened to her lingered in the hearts of those who loved her. The investigation into Bonnie's disappearance hit dead end after dead end. Detectives chased every lead, but nothing seemed to pan out. The lack of evidence was baffling. Had Bonnie simply run away, or had something more sinister occurred? Years turned into a decade, and still, Bonnie's disappearance remained a heartbreaking mystery. Her family clung to hope, refusing to give up. They organized vigils, distributed flyers, and pleaded for any information. The McAllen community shared their grief and determination to find Bonnie. The question of what happened to her lingered in the air, a painful reminder of the young life cut short. In 2019, a glimmer of hope emerged from an unexpected source. A witness came forward with new information. They claimed to have seen Bonnie with a man named Crespin Nene Perez on the night she disappeared. This new lead breathed life back into the investigation. Detectives tracked down Crespin Nene Perez. He had a history of violence against women. Could he be the key to unlocking the mystery of Bonnie's disappearance? Under intense questioning, Nene Perez cracked. He confessed to killing Bonnie and revealed the location of her remains. He had buried her body in a remote orchard outside of McAllen. The discovery of Bonnie's remains brought a mix of emotions: relief that she was finally found, heartbreak that their worst fears were confirmed, anger at the man who had taken her from them. Crespin Nene Perez was arrested and charged with Bonnie's murder. He was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. While nothing could bring Bonnie back, her family found solace in knowing her killer was brought to justice. The resolution of both Sylvia's and Bonnie's cases, though decades apart, highlighted the importance of perseverance and the incredible advancements in forensic science. Sylvia May Quayle and Bonnie Baker's stories are not just crime stories. They are narratives that delve deep into the human spirit, showcasing the resilience and strength of those who refuse to let their loved ones be forgotten. These stories are a testament to the enduring power of hope, the importance of never giving up, and the unwavering dedication of those who work tirelessly to solve cold cases. The detectives who work on these cases often do so with little recognition, driven by a sense of duty and a commitment to justice. They pore over old files, re-examine evidence, and follow up on leads that others might have long abandoned. Their work is painstaking and often goes unnoticed, but it is crucial in bringing closure to families who have been waiting for answers for years, sometimes even decades. These dedicated detectives, forensic analysts, and scientists work diligently behind the scenes. They use the latest technology and forensic techniques to uncover new evidence and piece together the puzzle of what happened. Their work is meticulous and requires a high level of expertise and dedication. They are the unseen guardians of truth, working tirelessly to ensure that justice is served. They are driven by an unwavering commitment to justice and a deep empathy for the families left behind. They understand the pain and suffering that these families have endured and are determined to bring them the closure they deserve. Their work is not just about solving a case, but about bringing peace to those who have been living with uncertainty and grief. Their work reminds us that even in the darkest of times, a glimmer of hope can lead to the truth. It is a reminder that no matter how much time has passed, there is always a chance for justice to be served. The breakthroughs they achieve are not just victories for the families, but for society as a whole, reaffirming our faith in the justice system. Let us remember Sylvia and Bonnie, and countless others like them, not just as victims, but as beacons of hope, reminding us that even in the face of unimaginable tragedy, justice can prevail. Their stories inspire us to keep fighting for what is right, to never give up, and to always hold on to hope. They are a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the enduring power of justice.